We knew that Korea is a very good opportunity for us because it's a great mixture of innovation and the kind of scale at which Asian markets operate, but it's also the most open one to outside innovation. And when we saw the K-Startup Grand Challenge, we realized it's a great opportunity for us to bring what we did outside and kind of try to use Korea as a launch pad. To be honest, it's my first Asian experience. I'm loving Korea on a personal level as well. It's my first time being in this part of the world, so it's been a great personal experience. I consider myself like an advertiser and I'm a marketer. I started in very early 2010 to work in the PR and social media space, and then I quickly changed to advertising and marketing. From there I switched to online marketing to one of the biggest online travel agencies in Eastern Europe. In the meanwhile, I worked on my own startup, which now became TPS Engage, and switched from working in the advertising industry to creating a tech product for the advertising industry and trying to change what's currently happening in the outdoor advertising place. We were already active before choosing to come here. We had an office in Romania, an office in Dubai, and an office in New York. We covered most of the important regions. We always wanted to cover Asia. We knew, for example, so in our case, the top 3 markets are Korea, Japan, and China. In terms of collaborating with big conglomerates and big companies in Korea, I feel that the process is slower than it is in other countries, but once you get the ball rolling, they go pretty fast. I was able to get the D84 visa, and that was 110% due to the KSGC assistance. K-Startup can help with a lot of connections, and it really helps when you say their name to various business partners. Like, they actually know about it, and that's valuable. Surprisingly enough, a lot of the contacts we've had, they've been like cold contacts, so we just reach out via LinkedIn or via email from a press article or anything like that. And others were through the business networking event that KSGC organized, where we met, for example, representatives from Samsung Next that then helped us kind of navigate the internal ecosystem of Samsung. Specifically regarding the coronavirus situation, one of the best decisions I made was to stay in Korea. It was very well managed from my perspective, and I felt safe. That's my point. I felt safe being in Korea, and I felt that it's definitely a black cloud, but with a silver lining. So we work in the outdoor industry, right? Outdoor advertising. And outdoor advertising was one of the first industries to collapse in terms of advertising spend, because there's like 4 billion people in lockdown in the world, so of course brands are not advertising outside. Because of the situation and because these companies are losing a lot of money, unfortunately, they're much more open, and the discussion with us is going much faster in order to adapt for the future. So I think that especially in the B2B sector, this is a good place to do strategic long-term partnerships. The first 3 months were honestly about accommodation and about kind of trying to understand the local dynamic and how Korea works. In our case, we're a B2B company. We wanted to understand the B2B dynamics. Then, of course, the demo day is all about presenting the things there. So the next 3 months is when you really start going into business and really start going into more detailed meetings and going into more specific business activities. My recommendation would be focus a lot on the advantages of your business in Korea specifically. You should focus on improving your weaknesses. So if you have a very good product, for example, but you don't have a lot of marketing experience, focus on the pitch deck. Focus on doing the marketing activities better, or understanding how marketing works in Korea. It's important to note that even though you're a foreign startup, one of the reasons you're coming to Korea is to somehow work in the Korean market.